Hello, hi. So, welcome to day 4 on the strategy on how you can reach your financial goals. So, just to recap, on day 1, we spoke about writing a clear plan on how you can, on what goals that you want. Then you write the how, the what, and then you align your goals with your that is now your financial goals with your personal goals. Then on day 2 we spoke about visualizing them and drawing a vision board and meditating, living in the moment, and doing affirmations. We spoke about that on day 2. On day 3 we spoke about putting them into your budget, now aligning them with your budget, and also considering the short term and the long term goals. That means now you start with the short term so that you boost yourself and you get that confidence on seeing them taking off, and actually scratching a few of them on that list, on that plan that you had written. That is now the one for day 1. So the sooner you start again, the sooner you see them taking off. So today we're talking about putting your financial goals into automation. What do I mean by that? I mean setting up a stop order or a debit order. So there's a difference between the stop order and a debit order. A debit order is where you call the people that you want them to take your money and ask them to take the money on a particular date. And then a stop order is where you go to the bank and or you actually get the banking details for the people that you want to pay, or for the account number that you want to save money on, and then you take it there, and then you give the bank and give them an instruction that you want them all on every month to actually take the money and deposit it into your account, without you having the cash with you and actually going to where you want to deposit. It's going to save you on a lot of things. It's going to save you on time. It's going to keep you disciplined, and it's going to save you from the temptations on thinking that, okay, I can pass this thing, if maybe you are short of cash, and you actually include that money in your things that you're going to need to do on that particular month. So it's going to add a bit of a discipline if you get it automated, you get them done automated. And it's also going to save you on those, those little things, those bread money, those transport money that usually go short, and you find yourself having to tap into a space where you didn't want to tap in. So it's going to save you a lot of things if you put them on automation. And another thing, a debit order has a disadvantage. I've worked in the bank, and I've seen a lot of people doing reversals. People do reversals like it's nothing. So a debit order might give you an option to think, okay, that extra 500 rand that I paid on my clothing account was not necessary. So now that I'm short of cash, I can actually go and reverse it. It's not like I'm going to be in arrears. You can find yourself in those excuses. So if you put in a debit order, you have that thing of thinking you can. I've seen like thousands and thousands of people reversing their debit orders, whether they are in arrears or not. So when you put in a debit order, you might like you might find yourself wanting to reverse it. But a stop order is very nice, because it's not easy to reverse a stop order. In the bank that I was working at, it was like not possible for us to reverse a stop order. It was like a very long process, so people would get lazy and like let it pass. So a stop order would be nicer, and if you want to cancel it, you've got to cancel it at least 7 days before it deducts. So if you had a short term emergency that made you end up thinking of that extra amount that you were going to pay, or of thinking of that money that you are putting away for it's either for your investment or your emergency fund or whatever, you might find yourself going to that into it. But if it's on stop order, you know that you will have to be like, think about it at least maybe 14 or 21 days before, but not within the 7 days, because it's not possible for you to go, and it's not stoppable when you go and think of canceling it within the 7 days before you it actually deducts. So you might want to consider the stop order. Nothing wrong with the debit order if you know you are disciplined enough, but like I said, I've seen a lot of people doing reversals on their accounts, and doing a reversal is very easy in the bank. You just walk in and tell them to reverse this, and they just do it, and they charge you for doing it. So you don't want to do that. And then another thing, I spoke about doing an automation. It will save you time. Then again, understanding the value of time. So the sooner you begin to save, the better for you. You want to start as soon as possible, because the sooner you start, the sooner you start seeing the results. So you must be very very careful in terms of like postponing. I'm going to start in February, and then come February, no, I'm going to start next month. So the value of time is when you know this is a 15-month plan, or this is a 12-month plan. So the sooner you start doing it, or the sooner you start saving, or the sooner you start paying that extra amount, it's the better for you, because it's the sooner you get to the end result. Now that is seeing your goals starting to take the shape that you want to see, seeing yourself starting to be on the financial place, if I can put it like that, on the financial place where you want to be, financial freedom that you want, having a bit of security, or whatever that you want to achieve. The sooner you start, the better. So I even spoke about that yesterday, that the best time to start is now. Stop postponing, stop giving yourself excuses, because excuses are going to be there like all the time. There's always going to be something to do next month. There's always going to be something to cover, someone to pay something for next month, every month. But the sooner you start, the better for you, the better for your financial goals, the better for your children. If, for example, you say you want to start saving your kids money for the tertiary institution, or to take them to the university, or the holiday, whatever that you want to save for, but the sooner you start, the better for you. So today, that is what we are talking about. That is what you should like consider doing, putting your goals onto automation. So if you've got extra money that you want to do, go and do that stop order, go and set that stop order, go to that bank and tell them to open that investment account, or go to that clothing account and ask for their account number, and go and set that stop order, make a direct payment, or call them and tell them to do a debit order onto your account. But the sooner you start, and then you value your time, knowing that the sooner you start, the better for you, the sooner your goals are starting to take shape. So thank you very much. I have opened a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is up and running. Please like it, and please subscribe. This is not a page. Please subscribe. So I'm going to post this one on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much.